everybody. I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title!
It's here, guys.
Yeah.
This is episode 56 of Attack on Titan. The Basement.
It's about time.
The Basement.
Well, guys, it is here. Last on, Barricades has been eaten. Armin has died and come back to life. Or I guess he never really died, but Zeke.
Reiner got away.
Yeah, Reiner got away with the help of Zeke, who also just shared Aaron, I'm coming back for you.
And Commander Erwin is no more.
Yes, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I salute you, sir. You're a wonderful commander.
Sasagio.
Sasabe.
He literally lived it. He gave his heart. He gave it all.
Yep.
Now,
Screw Flock.
I'm so brain dead, but we're about to hop into something crazy, so I don't even know how I'm gonna feel. It's a bloody basement now.
So we're just gonna get into it, guys. If you like this content, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you punch that subscription button. Comment down below your theories. We like chatting up with you guys. The Patreon's also down there. Check it out and flick that notification bell. Boom!
You get a week early access on Patreon, guys.
And this is not a market substitute. If you like Attack on Titan, make sure you go check it out on any streaming service you can find it on, and then come back and watch Working Title Reactions here.
We love you. Blah!
Netflix's version is the thumbnail was, I don't even know what it was in here.
It's a key.
Oh, so on Netflix it was Aaron and Levi and Misa walking down the steps of the
Go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's see how spoilery this actually was, guys. The tea or coffee.
Yeah.
What?
I love that shot.
Yes, it is
That
a
was
good shot.
That was so sick.
That's a very interesting shot.
We still don't understand how that happened.
No, that's why we're doing a full breakdown during our finale of all
Yeah.
our thoughts on all that kind of crap. I mean, okay, that's kind of spoilery now, but we know the context of that now. Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see Levi going up against the Beast either.
I was just about to say it in the ending, too.
Oh, all the worlds, right?
Yeah.
Desert and everything. Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that too.
I forgot about this.
The ending is the basement. There.
I do remember this.
See, guys, with context, it's spoilery. Without it, it's just images.
You think we're too smart? We're really not.
We're not.
We're
just
that
enjoying
smart.
it, guys.
They really are. And you guys know it.
Barricades again? Barricades? What the fudge? Why are we starting here? What the fudge? Why are we starting here? What is this? I'm so confused.
It's probably just going through what Armin remembers. You know what I mean? Because he just got eaten.
Oh
Is he
god, is that
remembering
Barricades?
Barricades?
He's talking to him inside his head?
He might have Barricades' thoughts. We've never seen anyone other than Aaron.
Holy
oh my
shit.
gosh.
This final exchange, maybe?
Oh boy.
I wonder how fucked up this is going to be for Armin.
Yeah.
Who's up there with him?
Is he in the dream world? No.
Oh, the two injured ones. Oh, poor Sasha.
She was the one who was pierced.
Oh. He doesn't know what happened. Oh, he doesn't know.
Your plan worked, dog.
He doesn't even
Well,
know.
to start.
Everyone's dead, basically.
Jamie Christmas, no one's alive. It's insane.
Oh, poor kid.
You're a Titan now.
Oh, You guys completed your mission.
ライナーと獣ともう一人は逃亡。誰がどう考えたってエルヴィン団長を生き返らせるべきじゃないですか。兵長、どうして僕に撃ったんですか。
ありのまま話せと言ったろうが。少なくとも最終的にお前を選んだのは俺だ。
Yep.
いや、
It's a good call, Levi. Thank you.
俺の指示でエルヴィンの死に場所をここに決めちまったんだ。
団長がもういないなんて僕たちはこの先どうするの。
Lord Commander Armin.
No, Hanji's not
I
commander.
know, I know.
エルヴィンに撃つべきだ。
It's gonna be Armin's eventually. I mean, we all know that.
エルヴィンが注射を託したのはリヴァイであり、そのリヴァイは君を選んだ。
So accept it,
も
dude.
う何も言うまい。君にはエルヴィンの命と巨人の力が託され
Welcome to Aaron's life, my
誰
guy.
に何と言われようと、君はもうそういう
Yep.
存在なんだ。
And here we go.
僕がエルヴィン団長を
Eventually, yeah.
We can share it for the time being.
お前じゃエルヴィンの代わりにはなれない。
Honestly, probably true.
Yeah.
お前はお前で人にはない力を持っていることも確かだ。
And that's not just the Titan's powers.
俺は後悔するつもりはない。
Levi, what a good freaking guy, man.
こいつらを後悔させない他の誰も。
うるさい。
Give her food.
I need bread.
Potatoes
Or
badly.
potatoes.
君と似たような立場だ。こうなればお互い腹をくくるしかない。
Once you're old enough, kid, you'll get it, but not.
アルミも問題ないならそろそろ行こうか。私とリヴァイ、エレンとミカサで調査に。
Let's go, please.
他の4人は
Come on, I need to see this.
地方から見張ってくれ。
Hurry up.
エレン、鍵はなくしてないかい。
Imagine he lost it. Oh, I don't know where it went in the explosion, guys.
I'm not ready for this. I really am not.
I'm so
エ
ready.
レン、帰ったら
We've spent
ずっ
so
と秘
much
密にしてい
time
た地下室を見せてやる。
just wondering.
こらエレン、地下室に入っちゃダメって何度言ったらわかるの。
Do you think she knew what was down there? Or anything about,
大
like...
事な仕事道具がある。
That's why I asked you guys. I wasn't sure. I feel like she doesn't. She doesn't know.
You guys think the ceiling is still on top of everything?
I think debris on top of it. The rock crushed it.
君の意志が鍵だ。この絶望から人類を救い出す鍵なんだ。
I remember
成果
that.
がある志願しなくの地下室には
Oh, that was so long ago,
巨人の謎
man.
があるとされている。
I'm kind of upset that Armin doesn't get to go with them.
I was gonna say, why is
Yeah.
that not there?
I mean, in fairness, Hanji and Levi have to be there, and it was really
Makes
Aaron and
Aaron's story.
Mikasa's story and past, so Armin was just kind of like their friend.
Yeah,
That's
this,
Aaron and Mikasa's home.
yeah, I was gonna
To
say
that
this is
too.
their house. Yeah,
家はどこだ。
this is so bizarre. Even just looking at this place, so overgrown and everything. Ugh, right up to the left. Yep. If I keep running, the house will be intact and everything will be okay.
I have a crazy realization for the end of this episode too, but just don't let me forget that.
Okay.
Write it down.
I know what it is, just remind me.
I like that shot. That was very cool.
This is all really cool.
Oh, and this little square.
You know, this actually reminds me of like Gondor or like Osgiliath.
Yeah.
Like the Nazgul coming through and everything.
I was gonna say, this is where they were drinking and they got in the fight.
Love that episode.
I mean, I know we've been watching this show for 6 months, but like, it's also crazy, like, for people that have been watching this for like years
Oh,
when they
for
get
sure.
to this point.
For sure.
Carla.
I feel like it's been a century for me.
Oh,
so
I mean, yeah.
I can't even imagine. I feel like half the people would have just cheated and just read the manga at this point. All those years of waiting.
I feel bad. They're gonna have to go walk this corner and see where.
This was the exact scene I was talking about.
Yeah. See where their mom was. The good news is he's already avenged his mom. They already killed that stupid.
The smiling titan.
Yeah. What if it just like wasn't there?
It's like one of Godzilla's eggs.
This is insane. Come on, we're on a timer. Let's find this stuff out.
We're gonna get left on like red right at the end of this episode.
Remember,
Boot.
it's an after credit.
Boot.
Too.
That shot. He saw that.
I
いつに
remember.
なったら地下室見せてくれる？
Halfway marker.
Mm-hmm. Good. We get a whole second half. Let's go into the basement.
Mysteries of the world.
I mean,
Yeah.
I understand.
We both thought the same exact thing.
I understand, but this is not what we should be doing right now.
People have died, guys. Oh, they're looking for it. It's overgrown, that's what it
ここで
is.
す。この下に地下室への階段が。よし。
Dude, imagine if it was just nothing.
Yeah, and they
Like,
just,
they
they
just
really
did-
just put all their trust, hoping the dad actually knew something.
For anybody that cares, I have to go to the bathroom so bad because I'm so nervous right now.
Do you want us to pause right now?
No, it helps with the moment.
Okay.
よかった。行こう。
I honestly, I still to this day, I don't even have a good inkling on what could be down here.
A lab where he's making the spinal fluid. And a
Please.
book explaining it all.
Let's inject everybody. Get your Titan vaccine. Another shot.
He just puts the key in and it breaks.
はい。
Fuck! We're just like memeing the shit out of this right now. Oh god.
They're just really juicing this out, and I'm getting all the more angsty.
この鍵。
What?
Shut
扉の
up.
鍵じゃない。
Is there a secret? Maybe there's a secret door.
どけ。俺が開ける。
ちょっと。
Cool. I was gonna say it's the key to your heart.
Oh my god, what if something's in there? Okay, sorry. I thought we were gonna see eyes or
Why
something.
you- Grisha just
Why are you
pops
doing
out.
that
I'm
to
still
me?
alive! That was my clone! Bitch!
Bitch!
Serum.
There's gonna be a secret room.
研究室みたいだね。
父は医者だったので、よくここにこもって薬の調
The
合を
doctor.
してました。
なるほどね。この薬品も明示
Codeine, heroin, Titan.
Oh my god.
Oxy.
Oh,
Molly.
Titan.
医学に関するもの。一見して医者の仕事部屋だ。何も
Viagra.
怪しいものはありません。私が主張しているようにね。
Armor Titan size.
おい、突っ立ってんじゃねえぞガキども。
Look for
エルガの
stuff.
勘がそう外れねえよ。
はい。
Maybe that's a sign that's a trap. A spider in their nest. I really hope it's not one of the typical pull the books things.
ありがとうミカサ。今夜は徹夜だ。
There's another hidden place underneath. Oh, hey!
There it is.
エレン。
The wall collapses when he opens it.
It's really the hold of the Balrog's hell.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This is what caused the wall to collapse.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Nope, it's like Death
よ
Note.
く見ろ。
Hidden cabinet underneath. Yep.
逃げ
Boom!
そこだ。
False bottom.
Light Yagami.
Oh my god, there's books.
3 of them. Why are they green, red, and black?
Peppermint oil and charcoal.
抗剤用に加工されているのか。
Yeah. Do we read them right here? Oh god.
Chapter 1.
Levi's like, does
Just
it-
open it.
Yeah, like just what?
Together.
Alright, kids, come on.
Dude, I'm getting so sick in my stomach. Please. Oh.
Feeling.
その時エルヴィンはこう質問しました。彼曰く人類が壁の外をろくに出歩けない以上は
Oh, this is them
人
back
類が
home.
巨人に食い尽くされた
You see a picture?
ことを確
Yeah, it
認
was
できない
Grisha's
はず
family.
だと。
Or what it looked
それ
like
な
to
の
his family.
歴史書は食い尽くされたと断言している。食い尽くされたと思われると表記するのが正しいはずだ。
そんなもの言葉の
I like
怪
the
しさ
young
じゃない
version of him.
違う。
Ervin would have had a conspiracy
本人に
podcast.
直接
True.
詫びるのがあるまい
Probably would have been sitting up there with Joe Rogan.
No cap. That was fast.
We just made
オー
it.
ルマリア奪還成功です
There's only gonna be 9 of them. They're gonna look so defeated. So we're really. When are we gonna read what it's in this book?
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that.
Portrait.
It looked like one of the images from the
ちょっ
end.
と見せて
The glitch or whatever.
いや人が描いたものとは思えないほどの成功さ
Oh, it's a picture. They don't have
おじ
photos.
さんの字
They don't have photos. I just realized
これ
that.
は絵ではないこれは被写体の光の反射を特殊な紙に
Oh
焼
my
き
god, is he going to explain like technology?
写真という
Oh my
He's
god.
talking right now.
人類が優雅に暮らす壁の外から来た人類は滅んでなどいない
Oh
こ
my
の本を
god.
最初に手にする者が
We said
合法である
it. Season
ことを
1.
願う
A fellow
called it.
patriot.
It's over, damn it!
After credit.
There is humanity.
I'm glad you picked up on that. That's the very first photograph they've ever seen.
Cell phones exist. Maybe.
Pinhole cameras.
I feel like we're going to be more like closer to like
Steampunk, kind of.
Yeah, like
Steam
late
on.
1800s, early 1900s, something like that. Trains.
Industrial.
Yeah.
What is that age?
Post-industrial revolution.
Yeah. Industrial Revolution.
I got a piece.
How about
of
that? They literally said we're living in elegance. Peace, humanity is fine. Oh
It didn't
my
perish,
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dudes. Season 1, we said the people are living fine. Oh my gosh. I mean, you could surmise that from Homeland, but I'm thinking like the world is fine.
Yeah.
Like we got a world out there.
All right, now I have 1,000 questions. Literally, I need the end credits like now. Oh my god.
早くしないと見えなくなるぞ待ってお兄さん
Oh, it's little
待
one.
ちなさい二人と
Oh, we get to see the world, Will.
外に出るときは腕章を忘れるな
Bro, this is Nazi Germany.
グルシャ壁の外には絶対に出るんじゃない
You must not leave
おい
alone.
待て分かってるよ母さん行ってきますほら
It is. Dude, this is like World War II.
私はまず何から語るべきか考えあの日を思い浮かべた
This is when they were children.
いいないつか私もお金持ちになったらあの飛行船に乗れるかな何言ってんだよ俺たちが金持ちになれるわけないだろ
There's freaking.
Yeah,
horns.
electricity. We got them.
It's
Or no, megaphone, whatever.
megaphone. Like they have guns. Oh my god, this is.
I wish I
have goosebumps right now.
wish I put money on chips for this, because I would be rich as hell.
Yes, you would.
Right now.
Holy shit.
あるって先生が言ってたんだ見に行こう
The only thing left we need is a tank.
すぐに戻ります
あの幼き日
That naivete, oh boy.
私は
Well, man.
この世の真実と向
The
かい
truth of this world. What? No! I have to go to the bathroom.
Go for it, bucko.
Okay. Where should we should we start before jumping into the basement, which is obviously the most crazy part? Let's start with Armin. Or do you want to start with your revelation that you?
Yeah, what's the
you
thing?
had
Oh
a
yeah,
little thing.
the revelation. It's not has nothing to do with like any of this we learned. I don't know why this just hit me, but the Titans don't eat. Remember how they were saying the Titans don't eat people for like sustenance? It's almost like
Just
they
for
eat
fun.
it for sport, for fun.
Yep.
Dude, I don't think that's the case. I think that they just eat humans because the goal is to like they're just eating humans so they can turn back to normal.
Yeah.
Because they just want to. I mean, like I don't know if that's that
I
crazy.
think you mentioned that.
Have I said that
actually.
before?
I feel like you said that you thought maybe there's maybe we talked about it, that there's like maybe a like they know mentally that there's like something, a way to come out of it, and they hope that they can do it through.
Because that like to me, like why else would these fucking things eat humans? There's no reason other than the fact
they don't gain anything.
They don't gain anything from it. So why would they do it? And I don't think they're having fun. It seems like
it's
the way
torturous.
Ymir, the way Ymir described it was like living in hell for all that time. So it's like the only way they can do it is by eating humans, hoping that they're finding a special Titan.
Well, think of Isla's notebook too. Like that Titan ended up eating her, but it was like fighting itself, trying to not eat her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was an abnormal. So first, it didn't initiate that, but once it like realized Ymir, somebody that like belonged to their history, they were like, oh, and then she was like, F you, blah blah blah, and then it was like, fight it, and it was like ripping its flesh apart. So it's like, I don't know.
That's all I had to say. I just feel like I don't know why, and I probably did say that before, but I just feel like I'm confident in saying like that is definitely the reason why Titans eat other. I think it was when like Armin was freaking out about eating someone. I was like, dang. I was like, what sane person would do that? And then the Titans like they don't try to eat each other.
Yeah. And
you think about it too, they don't ever try to eat other Titans. The only time they do is when a special Titan calls them to them.
To do it.
Because it's not even like, I wonder if it's even like, hey...
They don't touch animals either. Remember, they ignore animals.
Mm-hmm. It's not, and too, like, when they call, like, when Annie's calling to them, I wonder if it's like I'm calling you to me, so you have to eat me, or if it's like they realize that is like...
a way for them to escape.
That's one of the special people.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we have to eat. We need to get over there right now.
Yeah.
Fuck, so, I never even thought of that.
That's just where I came from in that. But yeah,
another reminder to people: we're going to be doing a full-on deep dive discussion at the finale of the season. So prep for that. We're going to jump into everything Titan, like a full bloody list of everything we've seen.
I think we should start from the beginning, just because that way I can settle down and really think about what I want to say.
So Armin may or may not have just contacted Barricades, the last user of All for One.
Colossal Titan.
The Colossal Titan. And if it is him, he's crying. Probably because he just realized what happened. I don't know how it works. It's definitely an Avatar state kind of thing, a passing on of a torch. I mean, we know that now because of Eren.
But does that mean his dad is in there?
Eren, you're talking about Eren having Grisha? Yeah, well, I don't know to what extent. We know he has his memories.
Okay.
We know distinctly because when Eren was having that jolt from Rod Reese, he was seeing it from Grisha's perspective of getting consumed by the chubby Titan that Eren became.
Was that actually...
Go ahead.
Was that actually Barricades' voice? Because it was Sasha who was the one right next to him saying it hurts really bad.
I don't know.
I think that only the Founding Titan has the ability to, like, memory pass, but I feel like there probably is some form of, like...
residual.
Of, not even, like, I don't think he'll ever speak to Barricades again, like, in any form, but I feel like it's just, like, this is a passing of, like, I was the last one who used this, now you have it. So, like, there's some form of, like, you know what I mean? Like, here we go. We're moving on to the next person.
It's like first and last contact.
And it could be even, too, like, if we're gonna go, like, the more, like, demon route that we talked about, like, maybe, like, the specific Titans that are those abilities are, like, spirits. Because, like, we saw in one part, it was, like, a human skull, and then the other half was, like, the Colossal Titan's face. Mm-hmm. Granted, the Colossal Titan's side cried, because I would assume it's Barricades crying, but, like, what if that's, like, Barricades, like, because it was half and half, maybe that's, like, the like, if we could say, like, each special Titan has, like, a demon almost attached with it, or a spirit, or something, or a god, that it's, like, passing on, like, I'm finally turning back to normal. That's why I was, like, half human, and then it's going to pass over, and then, like, whatever that fucking thing is going to be living inside of Armin.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was just, like, a random thing I threw out there.
No, there's so much stuff to dive into when it comes to how Titans work in general. I mean, even to the bare bones of the lightning, the flesh coming from nowhere.
Yeah.
Stuff like Reiner and the Conscious that we now have to deal with. Yeah, and then we have Eren, which it has just seems to have growing X factors as the episodes come out.
Yeah.
And like I have a whole like. So we'll save it for another time, just because it's so much stuff that I feel like we'll have to dive into.
Yeah.
But the imagery was so interesting for that Barra told Armin scene. I kind of like. I know you think it's like a one and done. I kind of hope we get maybe a little bit more, because I feel like there is something weird about that. I don't know, and that we've never had like Ymir's perspective really of what happened when she ate Marcel. She just woke up in a galaxy. We don't even know Reiner's story or Annie
or Berthold, and we really didn't see anything with Aaron except he woke up being like Papa, and that's it. You know,
goodness gracious. And I feel like it's so hard because like almost every scenario feels like a new variable to have to take into account. So it's hard to know how much of this can we compare to someone else's experience. How much is Armin and Aaron going to share similar, or how much of it will be radically different from one another?
Yeah. Then Armin got told everything that happened from the nuke on, because he didn't really even remember like his final plan with Aaron. They explained everything to him, and he was having a hard time to reconcile with like why him and all this stuff, which it breaks my heart, because like out of all people that like, I feel like if Jean Jean had that happen to him, like, not that he wouldn't care, but he'd be like, all right, I guess I'm alive then. Mm-hmm. Like, Armin is the only one that's going to internalize that and have to, like, really mentally process that. I mean, like, I could see Armin being like, I don't even want to live anymore. Yes, because they could have saved Erwin.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's just...
a lot of pressure on his shoulders, too.
It's a lot of pressure, but, I mean, like Levi said, like, don't regret it.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. You shouldn't regret it.
No regrets.
And
check it out.
No regrets.
Link in the description.
And yeah, man, it's tough, but I'm happy out of all people to like be alive and have it, because let's be real, like Hanji's great, Levi's great, but like they wouldn't have gotten as far as they were without Erwin. And honestly, prior to Erwin and Levi even being a part of the scene, we wouldn't be anywhere where we're at without Armin. Yeah. You know, like, even, like, Aaron's whole speech last episode of, like, I would have never stayed alive. They would have shipped me over to the Interior Police. This would have been done already. We would have never gotten back Trost.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit would have never happened, and who knows? Like, maybe all these kids would be dead, and, like, you know, the military force would have even depleted more so from there because of, like, the lack of success. The Reese family probably would have just started over from scratch. You know what I mean? Like, without Armin, like, a lot of stuff isn't happening in the show, and Erwin accepted his fate. So, like, we need to give him the chance. And so I'm happy. I'm very happy with it.
Hanji's character has come she has come so far, too. It's not the Hanji that I remember.
Yeah.
She's not... I kind of miss her...
goofiness.
Eccentric... personality, her super goofiness. It's still a little jarring to me at times, just because like she was so insane, and now she's like such a serious role that it's hard for me to even be like, oh yeah, this was that woman.
Yeah.
Back in the day, who was like drooling over Sonny and Bean. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Sonny and Bean.
Rip. The true heroes.
True champions.
Yeah, I miss them. Yeah, I mean, like, I can see Hanji being the leader of this society for the Scouts. And you know what? Maybe I don't even know. Like, it's a shared property right now. It's going to be a shared occupation for filling in the role of Erwin. I don't really care either way who ends up being that, whether it's Armin or Hanji. I don't even think it'll really matter, because I feel like our story is going to take us outside of this place, and I feel like people who are going to fill that vacuum for the time being are going to be like your Pixis or your Zachary's not a fighter, but like those kind of people. I feel like they'll leave those kind of characters here because they're older characters. Well, I don't think there's going to be a war in Shiganshina anymore. I think we're not done here, but we're done with the battle for the time being. The battle has been fought here for 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. I feel like now the only time that will be spent here, either will be a look back or when this place just gets obliterated from when the deity of this world appears. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, at this point, like, especially, like, I could see them preparing for, like, a grand war You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
getting, like buffing up their military to fight. Wow. I mean, we don't even know how many freaking, what do we call them again? Titan shifters. We don't even know how many Titan shifters are out there. Like, we've only seen, 4 outside of Eren, and Zeke and them could roll up with another 50. Like, so they're going to have to figure out, like, what to do, because Eren and Armin are not going to be the only ones that are able to, like, defeat all that. So, I agree with you. It'll be outside of this society at this point.
So, we got the basement.
Yeah.
You guys called it. Some books.
Yeah. It was books. Oddly enough, they were colored black, red, and green, which are how Erwin does his flares. So I don't know if there's anything to read into that. It was just a little bit odd that it happened to be those 3 colors. It was like the first thing I noticed, actually. It was just weird. I don't know if there's anything to read into that. I don't know if those colors have symbolism in this show, but...
Yeah, I don't know either.
And the first thing inside of it was a photograph.
In the
portrait.
The green book. I'm assuming each book will have its own unique thing. So in our first book, the green book, we have a photograph. It's crazy.
And also, just to say, there's 3 books. There's 3 episodes left.
If we get a book an episode, like, if this is just all straight flashbacks, I'm so down. I'm so down if we don't even touch what happens with them until, like, the last, like, 5 minutes of this season.
If that's the case, and there is that, then we definitely need to wait another day so I can have my journal ready to combat their journal.
So, yes, there's a photograph. The first ever they've ever seen.
It's crazy. It's funny. It's so natural to me to see a photograph. I didn't
Absolutely.
even think of it.
Yeah, well, when they said, "Oh, it's definitely not drawn," I was like, "Oh, it's a photo." They've never seen photos before. It's kind of hard too, because like this show doesn't really explain what they do and don't have. Like the fact that they don't have coffee, it makes sense. But, like, you just don't think about that from, like, our perspective.
Yeah. I mean, they got donuts.
Yeah.
In that Annie OVA.
Yeah, they had
eating
donuts. Like,
like,
yeah, like, what could they or could they not have? Yeah, so that's...
On the back of the photograph, Grisha explained what it was and how it was done. Mm-hmm. Capturing light and all that.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this might derail the whole conversation. The kid in the picture is blonde.
Yes, indeed.
It was adult. It wasn't a kid Grisha. It was adult Grisha, a woman.
Zeke, right?
Yeah. Zeke is Aaron's half brother for sure.
Probably a different wife from
Carla.
Other world.
Yeah, because Carla's from the Walls. He met her there and got married to her.
Explains the age gap too.
Yeah.
Also, there's nothing saying that like Grisha. See, also. This is also, not to go back into the Erwin's dad monkey theory that I had. The reason I had that initially, and I know some of you guys said there was an issue with time, the whole reason I even considered it was because I stopped considering time a factor when you have Ymir, like maybe a 20-year-old woman who's now like an 80-year-old woman in the body of a 20-year-old. Like, there's nothing saying that Grisha isn't way older than we're perceiving. Now... did they give a timestamp when they showed that in credit? Like, no. We don't know. That looked like World War II, but that could be like 200 years ago. We don't know. And not until they say it to us. We don't know how far back that is. So that could also explain why Zeke's a hell of a lot older than Eren. It's also not like a far thing to say that there's like a 5-year-old brother to like a 25-year-old brother. Happens all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
happens all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I mean, you're 16 years apart from your oldest sibling.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like...
I'll just spitball the other alternative if there is that. Because there is that to work off of as well. Because age is not really a factor in the show.
Just to continue what happened next, they made it all the way back to civilization. And they had the books with them. And then we got the flashback of Grisha as a child in his world. They got blimps, airships.
I don't care what anyone says. This is some form of, like, Nazi Germany. Whether it's, like, real... I mean, yeah, we said that.
You guys called it, like, a season ago. It's an advanced civilization out there.
Yeah. I mean, like, the whole, like, armband... Like, don't... Like, Mom saying, don't forget to wear your armband. And, like, it wasn't...
It's a star.
It wasn't exactly the Star of David, but, like...
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can't tell me that's not... It's not gonna tie to some like racially motivated thing. They had a checkpoint of allowing people to go in and out of the area they're from.
Feels very Holocaust vibes, very World War II, very Poland feels.
Yeah, so, it's...
Gosh, when did we start to think of Nazis? I'm trying to remember, like, the pinpoint when we first started to surmise that might be a thing. That was, like... I feel like that was even before season 2.
No, that was season 1, because we said that because of... there was something that was...
Just the names in general, first off. You always said German names.
Yeah, but there was something that was brought up that felt very, like... I don't know if it was just me assuming because of, like, Titans and, like, you people. Like, I feel like there was a couple, like, you people thrown around and stuff like that. Or, like... I think what was it for me, because I feel like I was the first one to bring... Like, you brought up the civilization outside. I brought up, like, the Nazi thing. I think it was just the fact that they, like... All of the characters that we knew that were Titans all were, like, blonde hair... Blue eyes... And then, I mean, later confirmation with you devils and these people are sick and disgusting and, all this kind of... Like, it just felt very, like...
The
rhetoric.
The next step post-Nazi.
Yeah, that felt a lot of rhetoric from back then.
Oh, you know what it might have also been, too? Because I was remembering this, because it could have also we could have stemmed into Nazi territory because... I was joking. It might have come off the conversation of being outside the wall, because I was saying, what if outside is just tanks? And I was saying, what if it's like, we're not even in 2020, we're in bloody, like, you go outside, it's just, like, years after World War II. Like, this is we're watching the world of when the Nazis won.
Yeah.
And what progressed after that.
Man in the High Castle.
Man in the High Castle, exactly. And that still can very well be what we're dealing with. Because it's not a swastika, but who knows? It could be whatever ended up being what the society symbol ended up being.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should point out in that...
what he had.
No, the wallpaper for the next season.
Oh, I've seen it.
The guy has a red
armband. Yeah,
but it looks like the same symbol, right?
I don't see a symbol. I just see a red armband.
On the thumbnambell that shows Aaron's Titan punching some guy in a white cloak with the red armband.
You guys have probably seen it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's seen it. We see it every time we click on Funimation.
So I mean, I have to avoid it because it literally spoils shit.
Yeah, but anyways, you don't see a symbol in there, but I can imagine that means... We're military, we're higher up, we're special, and that Grisha's one is, like, probably... I mean, I would assume it's the lesser because they talked about how they were poor and they were never going to be rich. So now one day, maybe we'll be rich enough to... The little girl said, maybe one day we'll get rich to be riding an airship. And Grisha's like, we'll never be rich. And again, another, like, probably because of who they are as a people, they're getting... held to live in poverty and not have... you alright?
Yeah.
Oh, battery. Scared me.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I thought just
happened.
But getting told that they have to live in poverty and can't, like, further themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oi, 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 oi. They had... There's, like, sound system megaphones. There was a metal gate. Like a fence.
Did you notice the buildings? How they were like, it was like cobblestone.
Yeah, there's a lot of cobble too. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. It personally doesn't look like the area Ymir grew up in.
No, it does not.
Ymir looked. I think they had a wall though where Ymir's from.
They did.
So, just kicked off of it.
Yep.
And they had.
I don't know what's up with that.
They also had rifles.
Yep.
Yeah, they
blue
had
outfits.
Yep. I said they looked like Civil War, the North. Of the North Coat outfits.
It could even be a thing of, like, something happened where Titans, like, genuinely appear. Like, the story of, that the Reese family has, like, spewed on their people could be true in a sense, but, like, everybody broke up into their own way. And maybe it was even something that, because of the Reese and their power and what they have, maybe they even caused it. Oh my god. That could be the reason why they hate these people so much. Because if the Reese have the ability to control the Titans, maybe they somehow were a part of, like, whether it's like the God founding Titan, the original one made all the Titans, then passed this ability down to humans, and was wreaking havoc across the world. And maybe humanity fought back and they each built up in their own little areas. And the Reese have just been like, okay, like, let's just hold our area of these humans over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
that-
we can assume the migrants we saw in those end credits was the Reese clan or whatever, those people.
Well, I think it might be like the Reese's like subjects, like all the humans we have inside the wall, not necessarily the Reese themselves, but yeah, like them leading their people to where we're at now. Holy shit! Wow,
So I feel like they intentionally hid some stuff. We have yet to see really what that civilization looks like. It was mostly a tease. So I wonder what happens. That was the day that something happened significant in Grisha's life, the day they ran outside that gate.
Yeah. He said when he would learn he said he would learn what the worst of the world was.
The truth of this world.
The truth of this world.
I am trying to figure it out because they have the German name, but they're the ones who think that they won't ever rise to become anything. So what happened? What is it? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because I know we're spitballing the Nazi thing, but that's insinuating for Germans.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be It doesn't necessarily have to be like these white people are holding back these other minority. I mean, it could be whatever.
Anything.
It could be anything we pick.
It could be when Germany was split in half after World War II.
What do you mean?
Like the Berlin Wall.
Well, I understand that, but what do you mean it could? Like, why do you think it could be that?
Because of the Jaeger thing and them being poor.
Me saying that the Germans, there's still Germans that aren't living in wealth and grandeur from what the Nazi plan would have been.
True. I just think it's weird that they would keep the whole... if we're thinking, like, maybe if it's something where, like, Germany won. But even so, like, it doesn't even... This could be La La Land where we're not actually living in, like, UK, Germany, France. Like, they could make up the names of the land. It could just be, like, a pseudo-Earth.
That's the other thing to bring up. The mother did say there is a wall.
We did, but she said don't go out beyond the wall today, and we saw the part of the wall, and then it was like it ended, and then we had the angle where we saw the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like their metaphorical "don't go outside the wall" is probably like their
a nod to
their
district. Walls.
Yeah, their district or their they called them like ghettos of like where they would put everyone that was of one race.
Yeah,
Jewish people in their areas where they lived in cities before they put them in concentration camps. Yeah.
I feel like I'm in Cookie Town. I'm so like checked out. I feel like Aaron right now. There's so much stuff happening. I'm just like, I need to just run off to the ocean at this point. I'm like, I don't even know how to like, so much stuff. I never know how to take it because info starts hitting you and then it's just like, oh, now there's a whole new bracket of things I have to start to consider.
Well, here's the thing that I don't understand. Like, if there are other humans in a society that's elegant and they're living life and they're being fine,
living good,
how do we not have any sign of it within these walls? You know what I mean? Like, there's no... we don't see...
of it being an island, for one, being on a different continent from where those people are attacking.
Yeah, but, like, no blimps, no foreigner reconnaissance missions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get, like, anything from the outside world. Granted, maybe it happens every 10, 15 years. Reese family just turns into their Titan, come out and kill it, and then we just erase all the everyone's memories.
We talked about this place that they're being isn't as maybe not a real place, that maybe the Reeses created themselves because of the underground cavern. What if they just literally just created their own place somewhere in the world, like their own Hawaii?
Mass.
They literally built their own place that they just didn't think people would go and check out. See,
they could.
It's so hard to not think of this as being on Earth. It could still be Earth, and just all the names are changed. Who knows?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We're on a planet that has a lot of commonalities with our planet and our history for the most part. There were our types of clothes. There's German names. Screw you. I still think it's this world. But yeah, I mean, who's to say that the Reeses can't use their armor spreading ability to create an earth crust type of thing where plantation can grow on top of it?
I mean, we saw the whole fucking underneath of the Reese place was all diamond. I mean, yeah, they could have just created their own land.
All it takes is a bird seed on some mud and just start spreading out and have some plantation. I don't know. You can make it work.
Yeah.
You can have there's artificial islands. That's not like an uncommon thing.
Volcanoes create land.
Yeah, volcanoes as well. Exactly. Fiery lakes.
Also, we're talking about someone that basically has the power of a god, so we don't
Yes.
we don't even know what the full extent of what the founding Titan could do. So
Who's the god who holds the planet?
that's what we were. I literally said that
I was
before.
just memeing that thing off camera.
They have a statue of it in Detroit. I don't know what it's supposed to.
You're talking about like what Aaron symbolized when he carried the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a guess because I got it wrong back in season
I know
1, so whatever.
he like tricks Hercules, and then Hercules is holding it, and then he tricks him back. I forget.
Yeah. I just don't know what to think. I more so just want to know what's in the... Like, I would assume that all 3 of the books are probably going to be the Here's what I'll guess. I think it'll be the chapters of his life. I think the first book will be... Childhood. The next book will be...
Adolescence.
No, like, the first book will be his, like, family, where he came from, what's going on in the world. The next book will probably be, like... how he became a Titan, why Titans are a thing, what is going on in the outside world, why are we warring with other places, and then I think the last book will probably be like what Grisha's ultimate decision was at the end, and why he's not necessarily working with like Reiner and Barricades and all of them.
Yeah, goodness gracious. That's what I hope it is.
I hope that these next 3 episodes are just flashback. Like, I just want all answers. I really don't want to even see Aaron and Zachary and Pixie. I don't want to see any of that until we get every piece of information that's in these books.
I was going to say I still want a little bit of the Ymir context, and I feel like we might get it too just because we're about to be with Historia.
There was a whole thing in the intro scene, because we watched it again, of Historia turning around like she saw a ghost or something, almost like...
Yeah. So I think we'll... If there's anything else to gather Shiganshina story with the characters that are probably going to stay in Shiganshina, like I have a bracket of who I think will probably leave this area and who will stay, but like I don't think Krista/Historia will be going anywhere. I think she's obviously staying here. So I think before we wrap up her character, maybe indefinitely, we need to have some Ymir conclusion with her, which will probably... It's just weird. I don't know how it will fit if the next 3 are like flashback for Grisha. I can't imagine it's all Grisha, just because we do have to wrap up some things, and we have to get Aaron to the ocean, the sea.
Well, maybe it's like we learn what it is, and then they're like, hey, I'm going to go out there and find where the rest of these civilizations are. Maybe it's that. Maybe Aaron goes ahead and he's like, all right, y'all, you guys can sit here and wait and formulate your stupid fucking plans to figure out. I'm just going to go out there and go by myself, because I can defend myself. I'm going to go out there, figure out what's going on, and then we should be good. Ugh, dang, man. That was, like, an awesome reveal, but also, like, literally gave us nothing at the same time. This show does an amazing job of giving you answers, but, like, giving 1,000 more questions after that. Oh, gosh.
This is a really random thought. We did get to meet a sister of Grisha, and now anyone who's related to him, I'm just going to hold as maybe a potential character that we're going to be meeting. And just the fact that now we have really a Jaeger clan. Like, not clan in the sense of, like, a people based off of the Jaegers as, like, importance, but, like, just a family that there is potentially out there in the world. Like, there could be so many more Jaegers that are not dead. Like, it's easy to just immediately assume they're dead from old age or just not a part of the picture because Grisha's the only one we've seen. But, like, there could be a lot of cool Jaeger people we get to meet in the future. I'm also just trying to run through my head of all the end credit scenes that we've been flashed. The first thing I thought that we were going to see, I thought that lady that we saw in the end credits flash that looked kind of royal, I thought that was going to be what we saw in the picture. But that's not a thing, so... Do you know what I'm talking about? No.
I'm not sure what you're talking about either.
Yeah, end credits, I mean the glitch, when we were, like, pausing and going through every image.
Okay.
There was a couple images that we still have yet to see. Most of them we've now seen. Like, we saw the corpses of Titans on the field that Levi had killed. We saw the shoe. We haven't seen... There's, like, a picture where it was, like, almost like a royal outfit.
Yes.
And a woman.
Yes, I do remember.
Those are the 2 images I've yet to see, and I don't know where that'll fall in place. That's why I was not sure if that photograph was going to be, like, Grisha's a part of a royal family. So I
didn't know about it.
I don't know. Yeah. Yep. I can't think of really anything else, honestly.
Yeah, I mean...
Kind of dead in the mind.
I have, like... outstanding questions, but like
Yeah.
season end of season 3 before we get into season 4, what I want to throw out, but like that's not anything that like really pertains to the new info we learn now.
Yeah, and what I mean, like what I was talking about when, for anyone who's still in this video, what I'm talking about when I said like a list, like even like the small things, like I want to like jump into like things like why there's a rainbow appearing out of Aaron's hand when it appears, like literally every detail, and just like once, because Adam will presumably be all caught up with us, so it can be like a full round discussion of what we think that means.
Yeah.
Just open discussion for everything. Anything and everything, A to Z.
Yeah.
So, you guys good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last thing. Congrats, you called that right.
Which part? Dab for unknown.
Outdoor. I mean,
A
other
world
civilization.
outside.
Other civilization outside the wall.
Still need my tank. I need a Panzer. I need a Panzer that's not the Panzer Titan himself. Can't be Reiner. I need an actual tank. Guys, if you made it out this far and you like Attack on Titan as much as we do, make sure you show your support by leaving a like, subscribing to our channel, leaving a comment about what you thought when you first watched this crazy-ass revelation of an episode, and make sure you're there for all the craziness that's going to be ensuing, so check out the playlist if you haven't seen any of those videos before, and for the time being, we'll see you next week. Punch it! Boom! Or next episode, depending on when these release.